been going on lately with the news that broken out in Flint, Michigan. President Obama declared a state of emergency for water in the city of Flint, Michigan. Now, just to give you guys a rundown about Flint, Michigan, in case you don't know, and if any one of the followers or viewers who lives in Flint can definitely relate to this, Flint, Michigan at one time was considered one of the most dangerous cities to visit as far as the murder rate, the violence rate, the gang rate, all that. Basically, if you think about what Chirac is now, that was Flint, Michigan, before Chirac. So, and when you look at the numbers of Flint, Michigan is 40% poverty under the poverty line. So which basically means that 40% of that city is poor, and 40% of that city who is poor is black people. The unemployment rate in Flint, Michigan is very high. So, you can almost look at Flint, Michigan as one of those cities where, if the government can want to get rid of it, they will do anything they can. And that's exactly what the fucking government tried to do. And one governor specifically, Rick Snyder, is that his name?
Rick Snyder, yeah.
Yeah, aka asshole. So, what this guy did back in 2014 was that the original water that was coming from Flint was coming from the Detroit water system, which is a very clean filtration system. So because this motherfucker wanted to save money, he switched over from that Detroit river system into this dirty ass Flint water system that was contaminated. It was toxic, and he's been running this filtration of water throughout the city for the past 2 years, knowing that when he switched it over, he knew that it was filled with toxic chemicals. He knew that he would have to get it cleaned up. That was so-called a plan at the time, but it never happened in 2 years. And for the past 2 years, people have been blackballed almost speaking on it until it finally got to the point now that 10 people has died in the past 2 years from this water system. Not only 10 people dying, but this is babies involved, guys, kids, has been sick. Luckily there's been one courageous nurse that had a flu of sick babies come to the hospital for the same water, and she finally had to do tests to realize that these babies been drinking this water, these babies been taking baths in this water, living everyday needs in this dirty ass water. And I don't really know what to say on this. This is really capital murder at the end of the day.
Yeah, man, I know what to say about it, man. Donald Trump, you wanna talk bad about the Mexicans, my Hispanic people. You wanna talk bad about my Muslim friends that are living productive lives down here in the United States. You got your boy in Flint, Michigan, Rick Snyder, is a terrorist, huh? You talk about terrorists, Muslims being terrorists. Nah, not so, buddy. The guy in Flint, Michigan, huh? The one that's killing people. That had to be a plan. Come on, man. You got cats dying. You have little black children dying. I looked at Mike. Did you see that water?
No, yeah.
That water looked ridiculous.
Yeah, guys, you guys on social media, look it up. The water honestly looks like shitty water, see, Rob?
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like, literally looks like shitty water. The water is brown as hell. The faucets that is coming out is dirty. They actually opened the filtration system and showed how contaminated it is. And guys, this is everyday lifestyle water that people need to survive. This is what's contaminated. This isn't a bottle of water you go get at the store or something like, yo, this is water that's coming out of people's faucet, coming out of people's showers. This is the water that simply you need everyday lifestyle to survive. And this is the water that these guys want to save so-called money on in Flint, Michigan. Once again, it's a poverty city of 40% below the line of black people, and now look what you're doing. This is almost needs to be taken to the Supreme Court, C-Rob. This needs to be brought. Charges needs to be filed against somebody. This is criminal.
It's good you say that, because I forget what the exact name of the person is, but like the but the government, the government, they have their own attorneys. Yeah. They're investigating that situation right now.
Yeah.
And this guy is saying things like, you guys are coming at me, but we need to stay focused on getting these guys this water back to being healthy and treating the people. Nah, man,
Yeah.
you a terrorist, dog.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah, it's only we need to be focused now when the heat is coming on your ass for everything that you did.
Yeah, Rick Snyder. It's
Yeah.
man, you gotta pay for that, player. You
Yeah.
gotta pay for that, man. And that's what I'm saying. All you politicians who are coming down on, you know, these other cultures and everything who's free, you wanna kill these black people who have their hands up. Your boy Rick Snyder, this terrorist that's living right under your nose, had a plan to destroy a city.
Yeah.
Huh?
Guys,
What you gonna do about that, man?
Guys, I want you guys to understand this is not a natural event disaster. This is not something that's out of your control that happened. This is something literally that was made by a head person in supreme power, which is the government of a city, one official and his so-called board members to make this decision, guys. This is something that you really can't even fathom to even think about, with babies dying simply off of being on the natural water presence that they need. You know what I mean? It's heartbreaking when I think about that shit, and it's definitely sensitive because I don't have no kids of my own. But I'll be damned if for 2 years I allowed that for my kids to even be under that type of system of be drinking that bullshit ass water and bathing with it every day. Yo, it's sad, yo. It's heartbreaking a little bit when you think about that situation.
And that's what I'm saying. This Rick Snyder cat, have somebody did that in his community, he wouldn't
But
stand
see what
for.
happened in this community, because most likely he don't even stay in the community that he messed up.
Oh,
You know what I mean? That's how it is, see, Rob. He don't even stay in that same community that he's destroying and killing. He makes thousands, $100,000 a year. It's good. His family's paid for. All of his kids are taken care of. They're in college. They're this and that. They're good. These are little babies. You know what I mean? And like you said, most of them, majority black babies and black people who's dying from this water. But you know, whenever there's bad, I love to see people come together, no matter what race you are. Shout out to Cher, who donated over 181,000 bottles of water. Shout out to the homie Meek Mill, who donated $60,000 worth of bottles of water. Shout out to everybody, you know what I mean, who's coming together and donate bottles of water. I personally, myself, I called one of the emergency lines in Flint, Michigan, and I donated some money from my personal account to get some bottles of water sent out there. You can do your part too. You know what I mean? And that's what's most important. When we have situations like this, you don't have to be a celebrity or be a big star to be able to help people who's in need of it. And situations like this, yo, those little kids and everybody's in need of that water. It's serious.
Yeah, man. So everybody do your part, man. As soon as I leave here, I'm gonna figure out where I can send me some water. We have to take care of this, man, because you know. And let's not just overlook this thing, because when Hurricane Rita was here in Houston, some of us needed assistance, right?
Yeah.
When Hurricane Katrina was over in Louisiana, which is right next door to us, some of us needed assistance, man.
Yeah.
So if we're able, we have to reach out and help, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Always be able to do what you can, baby.
Of course, man. We got to take care of that, man.
Yeah.
But just on a lighter note, Mike,
What's up?
before we get out of here, man. Why is Meek Mill catching all these fades out here, Mike?
Yo, shout out to that man, Meek.
God.
Yo, I don't, honestly, man, I feel bad for Meek Mill. Meek Mill can't win for nothing. You know what I mean? That boy went at Drizzy. We all know the outcome of
goodness.
Drizzy eating that boy. But then this boy went at the worst